West High was established in 1890 as Salt Lake High School. Several years later, as additional high schools opened in Salt Lake, the school was renamed as West High School. State basketball championships in Utah began in 1908. Throughout the decades, though West High football won numerous state championships, West High basketball never even made it to the finals of a state championship. Then something unexpected happened in the spring of 1975.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the rising of the West. We are trampling o'er the records that the other teams have left. We spell defeat to all we meet. Our teams are always best. West High is marching on.
The West High Panthers basketball team, under coach Clark Godfrey, went 11-3 during the regular season and advanced to the finals of the 4A state championship against powerhouse Skyline High.
Now the squad members for West. Number 22, Brent Grimm. Number 44, Calvin Johnson. Number 43, Jim Johnson. Number 12, Tom Kent. Number 15, Byron Johnson. Number 20, Owen Smoot. Number 14, Stan Layton. Number 32, Burke McConkey. Number 11, Ruben Soto. Number 23, Mark Stanley. Starting tonight for West, at guard number 10, Scott Runia. At guard number 21, Steve Marshall. At center, number 25, Spencer Christensen. At forward, number 24, Dave Nicholson. At forward, number 40, Perry Bradford. The assistant coaches for West, Alan Nakagama and Ed Thomas. The head coach, Clark Godfrey. And we'll have the opening tip in just 1 minute.
Welcome back to the Special Events Center and tonight's 4A State High School basketball game. Okay, it'll be Spencer Christensen, who actually is listed at 6'10", and the program is 6'11", jumping against a sophomore, Danny Brain, 6'6 3/4. Skyline in the dark uniform. The opening tip goes to West High School, and we have a foul right off the bat. The foul is on Scott Slaymaker to Marshall. Marshall, an all-state quarterback, to Runia. Runia's a good outside shooter as well. Marshall with his left thigh take. 20-footer by Runia. Runia, I said, is just a junior, is still considered the best guard in the state. And it's 6-2. And Bradford hits his first two. To Runia, 20-footer. Off to Bradford. Bradford drives, has an easy finger roll. He's got 4, and Bradford, Runia, 20. Side again for the third time, and there's a steal by West High. And Nicholson will hold it up. Gives it back to Bradford. Runia gives it right back to him again. And Bradford nails it. Skyline come back into that zone with an out of bounds in backcourt. Bradford from outside again. And there's the buzzer. That is the end of the first quarter of play. Skyline 17, West 14. For a turnover. Bradford to Runia. And Runia puts it away. So now we have a substitution. Ruben Soto, number drive. Back outside to Runia, all alone at 20. Runia from 20 to Runia. They're leaving Runia alone. Rebound, Runia. A steal by Soto.
Pretty. That was the other night. He's a fine player, but he does tend to force.
Whoa!
Bradford couldn't quite control the dribble. They might have had a better break.
17-footer by Runia is Panthers. Marshall of West High to Bradford. To Runia from 20.
Look at that. Look at that.
Is going to be an all-stater as a junior. Best guard in the state. Christensen is out, and Stanley is back in. And we have Stanley going out and Burke McConkey coming in. Rob Anderson lost the ball. Runya on the end of a fast break. 29 points for Scott Runya. Lead. Runya gets in the lane and is fouled. Good, and there is the buzzer that ends the third quarter of play with a score. West 51, Skyline 46. Nielsen, or check it to Stanley. Inside to Spencer, and Spencer hits it. 62 to 54. An 8-point lead for the West High Panthers, and Runya at the line with a 1-on-1 situation can make that 10. Underneath to Anderson, Rob Anderson. Off balance and a good rebound position was Spencer Christensen. Out in double team, Runya hook pass to Christensen.
And that's what happened.
And he has hit 6 points in the fourth quarter.
Make it 7.
Make it 7. Runya to Christensen. He says he's hot. Not since 1908 when they started to play state championships has West had one. They've never had one. 12 seconds, 10, and there's the foul from Greg Anderson, a deliberate foul, a two-shot foul.
The Panthers have it wrapped. You look across the way, and Coach Godfrey hugging his principal, and it couldn't happen to a nicer young man than Godfrey.
Rebound, Brains out of nowhere.
And it runs out. The Panthers win it.
That's it. West High School has won the 4A state basketball championship by a score of 68 to 62 over Skyline.
And two of the first people out there to congratulate Clark Godfrey are the football coaches from West, Gene Plaga and Bud Murray. And look at that. Happy game.
There's the state championship trophy being held aloft.
Cheerleaders and players are celebrating.
For the first and only time in Utah high school basketball history, the top team from every division, 1A through 4A, played in a Tournament of Champions, also called a mythical state championship. West High, the top 4A team, was pitted against Davis, the top 3A team, in the finals.
Welcome to the University of Utah Special Events Center, and now the Tournament of Champions championship game between the Davis Darts and the West High Panthers.
The game was competitive from the start. The West Panthers held the lead all the way through the end of the third quarter, where the Panthers were up 50 to 44. In the fourth quarter, a combination of turnovers and cold shooting by the Panthers and some improved shooting by Davis contributed to Davis taking the lead. And with just 14 seconds left in regulation, Davis led by 4 with one of their players at the foul line shooting the back end of a 1-and-1. It looked bleak for the Panthers. And then the final seconds played out.
68-64, 4-point lead for Davis. Second shot is short. Nicholson has the rebound. 12 seconds, 11, 10. Runya working on Johnson. Driving inside, all the way, forcing it up. Scoring, he's fouled. 68-66, 5 seconds left to play. What are we going to do, asks Soto of Clark Godfrey.
Godfrey wants to get another player in the game, a man who does not have fouls, so that he can foul somebody on the inbounds pass.
Runya has 4, Spencer has 4, Nicholson has 4, Stanley 4. He's going to bring Spencer Christensen out. He wants some quickness in there. And the young man he sent in is number 12, Tom Kent, a 5'10 junior.
Runya banked it off. Holy cow. We're tied and it's going. We're going overtime, Willie.
Can you believe the tremendous basketball intelligence of one Scott Runya, a junior at West High School? 5 seconds ticked off, and it's a 68-68 tied ball game between the 4A and the 3A champions in the state of Utah, West High School and Davis High School. And look at the fans.
The West Panthers took control of the game in overtime, eventually running out the clock and winning the game 76 to 73. 1975 was the only year that a West High basketball team won a state championship at the highest division in Utah high school sports. 48 years later, Coach Godfrey and some of the players met to reminisce.
Here we are, 1975 team, and we're all back together. We had a chance to honor Coach Godfrey last night at a special event at West High, and we're going to reminisce about the 1975 season that culminated in 2 championships, the 4A state championship and the mythical state championship. And my name is Tom Kent.
Okay, I'm Steve Marshall. Scott Runya, and what a privilege actually to see everyone again and to play with these good friends.
Bert McConkey. So my name's Spence Christensen.
When we were younger, I remember hearing that West High had never won a state championship. And I thought, when we turn seniors, we're going to do this. My parents, we sold our home, and my parents were looking in East High territory. And I begged them and I pleaded with them that I had to go to West High School, and the whole thing was we were going to win the state championship. And my parents bought a condominium for 3 years while I went to high school.
I knew you before you knew me.
I would never have been able to do what we did without you guys. Let me just share a thought about Perry. He was so impressive to me. He would encourage us, us, and we got in those huddles, and things looked bleak or we were discouraged or tired. Keep going, just keep going, you can do it. And it was like, I don't know if I ever remembered him getting tired. He was more than willing to throw his body at whatever the challenge was and kind of athletically sacrifice himself.
We talked a lot about Perry. Just to make it clear, Perry passed away in 2012. So yeah, we're going to point out a couple of other players that weren't here. We mentioned them, but we've got Ruben Soto, who just couldn't make it today. Dave Nicholson, who played forward for us,
He's in Maui.
He's in Maui, so he couldn't make it here. We've got Mark Stanley, who also passed away.
Well, Ruben came to be one of my favorite kids. I didn't think anybody could beat us. But when you're down by 4 points, with 14 seconds to go, and a pretty good foul shooter foul one. I guess we were down 3, and he made a foul shot.
Made the front end, yeah.
And then, however it happened, the ball goes zip.
We thank him for missing that second.
Yes.
He missed it badly, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, down there, and Scott, even though if they had a 3, I'm glad they didn't have a 3. You might have thought of shooting at it, but I don't think you would have. You knew what you're doing. Because one basket.
We didn't know what a 3-pointer was. We didn't have it.
I know. That's right. But you draw.
It was only in the ABA at that time, right?
Now, being in all honesty, I got you out because I didn't want your hands on that ball, big guy. I just didn't. I mean, that's being a.
Well, he had
coach.
4 fouls on.
I wanted somebody small out there, with quickness, but they're not going to jump up. Because you'd have probably got it and tapped or whatever, and you may have tapped it in.
What's interesting is the years have gone by. In my mind, I am still in the game, and I'm right where I was, and I'm seeing the ball come this way to Scott. But then when I saw the video the other day, they took me out? What?
But at any rate, that's how that happened.
The substitution, comparable players, right? The 5'10" guard versus 7 foot.
Well, we didn't have a timeout either.
No, we had
to kind of say,
timeout.
okay, and I remember we kind of huddled really quick and said, hey, box them out.
And you guys
just don't let them in the lane, we're going to try to.
You were directing the whole thing, I remember that. Yeah.
But I didn't really think it was going to work.
Well, so now that we're on this, I was hoping to get to this later, but this is fine that we're talking about it now. Whose original idea was that for that to be the strategy, to bounce it off the front of the rim?
Well, it wasn't mine because they didn't have a timeout.
No, I think it was.
But I kind of thought.
I just thought this is the only thing we can do.
Yeah, what options are there, right?
And you have to hit the rim. You have to remember, you got to hit the rim. If you just hit the backboard.
I couldn't go out there and say, hit the rim, hit the rim, hit the rim.
Well, there's one other play. You make the shot, you foul them immediately when they bring the ball in play. So there are a couple of other strategies as well. But so if you, Scott, if you had the original idea, how did you know about it? because you told me what to do. You said, Scott's going to bounce this off the front of the rim.
I don't
Here's your
know.
job. You
just
box
knew it.
down hard.
I knew it.
And you told me.
I keep saying, hey, bounce it off the rim, Scott. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I know, yeah.
But I
But you
knew.
did. Okay. So you told me, box your guy down hard.
Yeah,
If the ball comes back to you, you probably don't have time to pass it, so put it back up.
yeah.
And so I'm walking in there and I'm saying, well, I'm coming in cold. And I know what my job is. If the ball comes to me, I know I need to put it back up. But God, I hope it goes back to Scott.
I know. So did I.
Rudy banked it off. Holy cow! We're tied and it's going. We're going overtime.
You guys know why I love all these.
And we're excited to see what's going to happen the next 10 years you're going to bring to us. So, keep it
Yeah,
going.
well, I just worry about tomorrow.
Well, Coach, love you. Thank you.
Yes,
Love you,
thank
Coach.
you.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Steve,
Love you guys.
Appreciate it.
Bert,
Yeah, love you.
Spencer, thank
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the rising of the West. We are trampling o'er the records that the other teams have left. We spell defeat to all we meet. Our teams are always best. West High.